In this video, we're going to take a look at this Seville 72-inch tall cabinet. I'm going to show you what I think about it and what the build is like. So you can see this is really a nice looking cabinet. And I put this one together in maybe 2.5 hours all by myself. Couple of things to notice, that every panel is in 2 pieces, but it's very, very strong, including the doors. They're in 2 pieces. You can see the seams, but there's so much reinforcement here. Same on the corners. I really like it. One thing I would probably wish for is a handle rather than the key, but a lot of storage space. I already have this loaded up. This probably isn't how it's going to stay, but I just wanted things to get off my garage floor. It comes in this box. The box is over 100 pounds. You can see I already have some of my tools out. I used this screwdriver that actually came with it, magnetic screwdriver. It doesn't get you very far because the diameter of the handle is so small. So I also used my own screwdriver, a power screwdriver, and a drill. Just made things go faster. And oh yes, a lot of styrofoam, but very well packed. So let's get started on cabinet number 2. So to give you an idea where we're heading with this, first we're going to put together the 2 sides. Then we're going to put together the doors. Then we attach the top and bottom to the 2 sides and put the back on. It really is packed very, very well. You can see everything is placed in here vertically. You might want to lay it down on its side to pull it out. I'm just going to pull them straight out and get them all out of the box. And you can see everything is really well labeled. Each bag is numbered, and those numbers are referenced in the directions. Same with each panel, very clearly marked. So the first thing I'm going to do is take the left and the right sides, line up the top and the bottom, and then they screw together with this piece of angle iron. And when I put this one together, every single hole lined up. Nothing was out of alignment. If I would give you one piece of advice, when you have a piece where there's lots of holes, get the screws lined up loosely, get them all started, and then tighten them down. Like this corner, there's lots of screws. Get them all started very lightly, and then tighten them all down, and you'll do just fine. So those are done. Next up, the doors. The doors are very similar, only they're going to use this bracket, and then on this end, it's going to use a screw going down the top. And that's what will hold the 2 panels together. Okay, the doors are together. Now we're going to put this lock in. Pretty simple. All you do is slide it down in that hole down there. And then screw it right into that screw that's already in place. And you're all set. Now we're going to set those aside until almost the end, and we're going to bring the sides back. So now the left side's on the right and the right side's on the left. Seems a little confusing, but I'm going to flip those up, and we're working from the back. And then I'm going to screw the top on. So the top is on, and one of the things they warn you about is making sure that these corners are completely flush. And let me show you why. Later on you'll be putting on these brackets, and you want to make sure that they line up. And now we'll do the same thing with the bottom. Line it up and put those 3 screws in from the inside on each side. Now we're going to put the back panels on, starting at the bottom because they overlap. And it's really easy to see where it belongs because it says here bottom back panel, and the arrow points to the top, so I know that's it. Now one thing that's a little unclear, do not screw in these corner screws. It'll say to you let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 screws, and it's referring to these three, and this one. Don't do these because those are reserved for the bumpers later on. Those bumpers right there. There's one complete, and I just keep adding with the other 3. What's pretty amazing is these edges are going to come into perfectly straight alignment. When I made the other one, I put a straight edge up to it, but it wasn't necessary because these back panels force squareness. The back's on. Now it is time to put the wheels on. Good, strong, sturdy wheels. The only thing to be aware of, 2 of them have locks, 2 of them don't. So make sure you're putting the 2 with locks toward the front. The wheels are on, and while it's on its back, I'm going to screw the 2 back bumpers on. So I think it's easier to do now than when it's standing upright. Now I stood it upright, and we're going to put this brace on the corner, and there's a similar one that goes in the middle, and then we'll put those front bumpers on. Now we're just about done. All we have to do is put on the doors and the shelves, and we're in business. So magnetic catch goes on both the top and the bottom. Now the doors are just a little tricky because there's actually 2 sets of hinges because the door came in 2 pieces. So what I did was lightly attach that one, then that one, and the same thing with the bottom hinge. So the top and bottom screw of both hinges, get the door lined, and then you can put the rest of the screws in along the hinges. And that looks really good. It's a nice alignment. So let's put the second door on. And there we go. It's a little out of alignment at the top, but I'm not going to worry about it until it starts rubbing because it opens and closes easily. If I wanted to adjust it, I would just have to loosen all these screws and move it down a little bit. I'm not going to bother. And now to put in the shelves, all we do is take these brackets, drop them in like that, and rest the shelves on there. This one I'm not going to bother. I'm just going to rest it on the center brace. It does say in the directions every shelf should be resting on one of these, but it doesn't make any sense to me. And there we have it. It is done. Look at that. The whole thing took me about an hour, 35 minutes. That's with video recording. I might have been able to shave a little bit off if I hadn't stopped to do all the video. It sure goes a lot faster the second time around. I would also recommend get yourself an electric screwdriver. There's a lot of screws here. Even my little 4.8 volt saved me a lot of headaches. And then you'll have your first tool to put in this tool cabinet if you don't already own one. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, I'll answer them the best I can. Leave them down below. As always, I encourage you to like and share the videos. Please comment. If you haven't already, subscribe by clicking my face in the corner, and don't forget to ring that bell icon. That way you'll know when I post new videos. I'm Mark, and this is the Average Me channel.